Hey there, YouTube. What is up? This is John Nagel. I just wanted to tell you about a fantastic experience I've had with the GPT-3 engine from OpenAI. And I was playing around with it for about a week. So this was about a month ago, I guess now. I was playing around with it for a while, and I was just super impressed with what it was able to create. And in fact, I use the word create literally here because this is the first experience I've ever had with a piece of software that you give it a vague idea of what you're interested in, and it comes up with something unique and original based solely on your prompt. And so I wanted to stress the limits of that idea. So I had this idea that came to me on a Friday night at about 10 p.m. on a Friday night. I says, I want to write a book using only OpenAI and GPT-3 engine. And so I would feed the GPT-3 engine really absurd prompts, like just the most crazy orchestrations of characters and settings, because I wanted to make sure that there's zero chance that the GPT-3 engine is simply cobbling together bits and pieces of story that it had, scraped from the internet during its learning period. And so there was no chance with the absurdities of the prompts that I was creating. There's no chance of that. So I put together dozens and dozens of these prompts. It came up with sometimes multiple iterations of the same from the same prompt. I did several versions of the story. Anytime it was something that looked compelling, I would put it in there. And so in 24 hours, I was able to put together this book. And then I asked the GPT-3 engine, I said, give me a name for this book. It's a book written by AI, and it came up with several variations of that, and I liked this one. So this was titled by the GPT-3 engine, Tales from the Robot Overlords, which I thought was clever. And then I said, I need a subtitle, and it said, quite simply, a collection of absurd stories written by AI. And then I went to an online AI art engine, and I put in the prompt thinking robot, and this became the cover for the book. So the cover of the book, the title of the book, the subtitle of the book, and by the way, if you go to Amazon.com, the actual copy that describes the book, the entire promotional marketing verbiage was created all by the GPT-3 engine. And the only thing in this book that was written by me was the foreword, where I explain what I'm doing and why, and then also the prompts at the beginning of each story. And some of the stories are just crazy cool the way they came out. I particularly like the invading zombies who are also stand-up comics. So they crack some jokes, like one of the zombies is eating a villager or townsperson, and he says, "This is the best audience I've ever had." And I thought that was pretty clever for an AI to come up with something like that. I think is next level. The guys over at OpenAI who are working on the GPT-3 engine are obviously onto something huge, and that's also abundantly obvious when you look at their DALL-E system, which is still being rolled out very slowly, but for good reason, because there's a lot of mischief that could be had from a tool that powerful. But at any rate, this is on Amazon. It's in print. It's on Kindle. I'm not looking to sell a billion books or anything. I really am super impressed with the power of AI and the power of the GPT-3 engine in particular. These guys have done an amazing job, and I think in 5 years it's going to be absolutely common that we all use this kind of tool in our daily work, and we'll wonder how we ever got along without it. So the book is Tales from the Robot Overlords, a collection of absurd stories written by AI, and again, it's on Amazon, so check it out. Talk to you.